Welcome everyone. Today we are discussing an important topic, the role of creativity in problem solving. ChatGPT to begin, what is creativity in the context of problem solving?
That's a great place to start. So, in the context of problem solving, creativity is all about generating new and original ideas, connecting seemingly unrelated concepts, and approaching a challenge from fresh perspectives. It's what lets us break out of rigid thinking patterns and find innovative solutions to complex problems.
Why is creativity important for solving problems?
Absolutely. Creativity is vital because it helps us step beyond the obvious or standard solutions. Often, the first solution we think of is just a quick fix. But creativity allows us to see deeper, more holistic possibilities. It can lead to breakthroughs, especially when conventional methods just aren't enough.
Can creativity be learned or is it something people are born with?
Oh, that's a really important point. Creativity definitely can be nurtured and developed. While some people might have a natural tendency toward it, everyone can practice creative thinking. Things like asking what if questions, experimenting, and exposing themselves to different fields. So it's really a skill that can grow with practice.
How does creativity help in the workplace?
Oh, it's huge. In the workplace, creativity can lead to better innovation, improved processes, and even more engaging workplaces. It helps teams adapt to change, solve unexpected challenges, and stand out from the competition. So it's really a key driver for success and growth.
What are some common barriers to creative problem solving?
Yeah, there are a few big ones. A lot of times we fall into rigid thinking patterns, thinking there's only one right answer. Another big barrier is fear of failure. People are afraid to take risks. And sometimes a lack of diverse perspectives in a group can really limit the brainstorming. Once we recognize those, we can start to break them down.
What techniques can people use to become more creative problem solvers?
Yeah, there are a bunch of techniques. For example, brainstorming, just letting ideas flow without judgment. You can also try mind mapping to see connections between concepts. And techniques like Scamper, where you ask what if and how might we questions, help you reframe a problem. Even just exposing yourself to different fields or taking a break can spark fresh ideas.
What are some effective techniques that include brainstorming without judgment?
Exactly. So, one classic technique is a free form brainstorming session. Just get everyone to shout out ideas, no matter how wild, and then you filter them later. Another is brain writing, where people write down ideas individually first and then share them. Also, the Six Thinking Hats method by Edward de Bono is great. Each hat is a different perspective, so you explore problems from multiple
Can
angles.
you explain these methods?
Of course, I'd love to. If there's a particular problem or situation you have in mind, we could try out one of these techniques together or walk through an example. Just let me know what you're thinking.
For example, looking at problem from different perspectives. Explain.
Great idea. So let's say we have a problem in mind. No worries. If you have a problem in mind, you can just describe it and we can walk through some different lenses, like looking at it as a customer, a team member, or even from a competitor's view. Just let me know what you'd like to explore.
Anything that is more common.
Exactly. So by shifting perspectives, we can uncover blind spots. For example, if we think of a product challenge from the customer's point of view, we might see pain points we missed. Or if we look at it as a competitor might, we might spot gaps in the market. So it really helps us broaden the solution space.
How does technology support creative problem solving?
Oh, it plays such a huge role. Technology gives us tools like data analytics, AI, even virtual simulations, so we can test ideas quickly or spot patterns we might miss. Plus, digital collaboration tools let teams share and build on ideas from anywhere. So it really amplifies creative problem solving.
Can you share a simple example of creativity solving a real world problem?
Of course, imagine a coffee shop struggling with long lines during the morning rush. Instead of just hiring more staff, they get creative. They use an app that lets customers order in advance, and then they set up a dedicated pickup station. By thinking differently, they reduce wait times, improve action, and keep that morning fleet smooth.
How does creativity help people adapt to unexpected challenges?
Yeah, that's a great point. When unexpected challenges arise, creativity lets us reframe the situation and find new pathways. Instead of getting stuck on the old plan, we come up with flexible alternatives, whether it's pivoting a business model, changing a project approach, or just staying open to different tools. So, creativity really is like a mental resilience tool.
Can creativity improve decision making?
Absolutely. Creativity helps us see beyond just the obvious data. It lets us imagine different scenarios, anticipate outcomes, and weigh options we might not have considered. So, by bringing creative thinking in, we get a fuller picture, which leads to smarter, more adaptive decisions.
What is the connection between curiosity and creativity?
Ooh, they're really closely linked. Curiosity drives us to ask questions, explore new possibilities, and dig deeper. And that exploration sparks creativity because when we're curious, we're open to unexpected connections and fresh ideas. So, curiosity really fuels that creative spark.
How can schools encourage creative problem solving among students?
Yeah, great question. Schools can encourage creativity by fostering a really safe space for experimentation. So, no fear of failure. They can integrate project based learning where students tackle real world problems and also bring in diverse perspectives like cross disciplinary approaches. So, students see challenges from many angles.
Why is diversity important for creative problem solving?
Diversity is key because it brings in different perspectives, experiences, and ways of thinking. When people from very different backgrounds come together, they challenge each other's assumptions, spark new connections.
Can creativity help solve global challenges such as climate change or poverty?
Absolutely. Creativity is essential for those kinds of big challenges. It lets us reimagine systems like designing sustainable energy, rethinking resource distribution, or creating social innovations. So, by thinking creatively, we open up new ways to address these huge interconnected problems.
How does creativity contribute to entrepreneurship?
Creativity is at the heart of entrepreneurship. It's what helps founders spot new opportunities, design unique products, and pivot when the market changes. Without creative thinking, entrepreneurship would just be a series of repeating the same formulas.
What role does failure play in the creative process?
Oh, it's actually really important. Failure is kind of a teacher in the creative process. It shows us what doesn't work so we can iterate and refine. When we let go of the fear of failure, we take bigger risks, leading to more innovative breakthroughs.
Can artificial intelligence enhance human creativity?
Yeah, absolutely. AI can be a fantastic creative partner. It can help us analyze data, generate ideas, or even suggest unexpected combinations. Basically, it frees us up to focus on higher level creative thinking while AI handles some of the heavy lifting.
How can someone stay creative when facing pressure or deadlines?
Yeah, that's a big challenge. One way is to give yourself small creative breaks, like a quick walk, a change of scenery, or a brief free writing exercise. And also break the problem down. Start with a small, manageable idea and build on it. That keeps the pressure from shutting down your creativity.
What habits do highly creative problem solvers often share?
Yeah, they tend to have a few key habits. They stay really curious. They're always asking why and what if. They also embrace diverse experiences, so they bring in lots of new perspectives. And they're really persistent. Even when an idea doesn't work, they keep iterating until they get it right.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to improve their creative thinking?
I'd say start by giving yourself permission to experiment. No idea is too small or too silly at first. Try exposing yourself to new things, books,
Thank you, ChatGPT, for
often needs a little space to. Either ideas or questions come up, I'm here, ready to help.
Thank you, ChatGPT, for sharing these valuable insights on the role of creativity in problem solving.
You're very welcome. I really enjoyed the conversation. And if you ever want to dive deeper or talk about something else, just let me know.